What's going on, Jerome's? So the story that sort of like petered out last week, or well, it was like Geraldo and Capone's vault, where the Atlanta Falcons clearly tampered with Kirk Cousins, and you're thinking that the punishment was going to be pretty biblical, but it was not. They lost a fifth-round pick and about $300K in various fines, and basically it was a nothing burger. It was complete garbaggio, and no, I didn't expect the Vikings to get any compensation for it because Kirk was never coming back in all likelihood, but it felt like it set a very dangerous precedent where it's like, if that is the fine for legitimate tampering and having your training staff check out a player coming off an injury, why doesn't every single team in the league do this from now on, if that is indeed the punishment? Long story longer, Florio. So, of course, we've had our thoughts about Florio. He is a Vikings fan, died in the wool. It's not... I missed the thermos one. Not a thermos. But, yeah, I mean, Florio's had some bad takes over the last couple months. The whole trading of Justin Jefferson. They're playing games with him. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Malik Neighbors. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Nah. But Florio actually made a very good point here. And I feel like, so Florio's former lawyer, and he's very good at the letter of the law stuff, as well as he loves getting after the league for hypocrisy and malfeasance, which this certainly was. So, Florio's spot on here. Falcons get wrist slap for tampering with three players, including Kirk Cousins. The NFL has sent a clear message when it comes to tampering with potential free agents. Go ahead and do it. The league announced today that the Falcons tampered with 3 different prospective free agents. The punishment was, frankly, laughably small. Here's the official statement. The NFL today informed the Atlanta Falcons of the discipline being imposed for violations of the anti-tampering, blah, 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 blah. Cousins, Mooney, Charlie Werner. During the 2-day negotiating period prior to the start of the 2024 league year, the legal tampering. Atlanta will forfeit blah, 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 blah. While the policy permits clubs to engage with and negotiate all aspects of an NFL player contract with a certified agent of any prospective unrestricted free agent during the 2-day negotiating period, any direct contact between the player and an employee or representative of the club is prohibited. This includes discussion of travel arrangements and other logistical matters with which the club acknowledges took place with regard to these 3 players. But they completely gloss over the fact that Kirk Cousins, in his press conference, said that he met/called the head athletic trainer as well as the PR staff. So they completely glossed over that. It's just ridiculous. Continues. 8 years ago, the league stripped a third-round pick from the Chiefs for speaking directly to one player, Eagles receiver Jeremy Maclin, during the pre-free agency negotiating window. Either the league has changed its outlook on tampering, or the Falcons got a pass because team executive Rich McKay is the chair of the competition committee. Or possibly the league doesn't want to draw too much attention to cheating at a time when more and more people believe the fix is in. Draw more attention to the cheating. And so basically, but now they just see it as very little punishment. So cheating is fine; you won't be punished. That's even worse. On this point, it's hard not to believe the fix is in. The outcome defies logic, common sense, and precedent. 2 years ago, the Dolphins lost a first-round pick and a third-round pick for tampering with Sean Payton and Tom Brady, and Miami ultimately employed neither guy. So again, Florio making a very good point in this spot, and I don't know. It does feel like the punishment is extremely light, and I feel like if they wanted to dissuade any possibility of impropriety or any look of impropriety, they should have brought down the hammer harder, because now everyone just ties the whole Rich McKay stuff to the light punishment, and now they truly do believe the fix is in. And that's exactly what their plan was. They're just going to sweep this underneath the rug, because there have been talk about the punishment coming down before the 2024 draft, but then that didn't happen, right? Because there have even been talk about them losing the number 8 pick, or having to swap out some picks with the Vikings. Again, I thought that was unlikely, but if the Falcons had lost 8, all of a sudden, all the other picks in the first round after 8 they get bumped up. So that's pretty significant. And then they stretch this thing out longer, past OTAs, mandatory minicamp, and then into the summer break, and then basically just like just sweep underneath the rug as everyone's out doing their summer stuff. It's just ridiculous. But either way, it's like, hey, Kurt's punishment, or the Falcons' punishment, should have been they have to guarantee all $180 million of Kurt's contract. That's right, but it's all right. Well, at least Kurt doesn't have to worry about Penix. No, he actually does. No. But your thoughts are thoughts. Mike Florio actually makes a good point. It's rare. Again, blind squirrel finds nuts, broken clock. That whole thing. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.